You said, you know, I watched the interview you just did with Gillian Wallow, and you know, I think you made an important point that like labels these days aren't fucking with anybody who already don't got shit going.
Right.
Like you gotta have you gotta they gotta be able to jump onto the train while it's already there. That's just what they're looking for, right? You like you said, we're 13 years into you being a thing where people know you in this music industry. You've been through different management, different situations. If a young independent artist is watching this
Yeah.
and they're getting the major label interest, um, what would be your advice to them? Let's say they got 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Let's say you know, they're able to pay their bills barely, but they're able to pay their bills on this rap shit. Everybody's starting to call. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you go the major route? And I know that that's not a one size fits all question, but like based on just your perspective.
Well, important that the most important thing you just said just now is it's not a one size all fits question,
For sure.
right? So it's not always going to apply to everybody the same way.
Correct.
No one person, like everybody's not going to have the same path. So just because it worked out for Chuck this way, don't mean it's going to work out for Phil the same way. But what I will say is, if it's not a matter of you needing money to literally get by in your life or to survive, if you can at least sustain where you are, then I would say to hold off on taking the big bag, taking the advance, because you know that advance is just buying into your stock as what is essentially a company as an artist. You know what I mean?
Keep
And it's
building
like,
your IPO.
keep building your IPO.
If you don't need the money, just keep building it.
If you don't need the money, keep building it. You know what I mean? Because the payoff, when those checks are showing straight up to where you live, it's a different ball game.
For sure.
When they don't gotta go through somebody and you know you gotta get it every quarter of the year or every half of the year. It's a different ball game when they coming straight to you. And that is gonna have a bigger payoff in the long run than the check up front.
That quick bag. Because then you'll hear.
Because you get that quick bag, but then now there's no bags until you recoup.
Yeah.
Whereas you'll just be getting this steady flow of income with what you got and just keep building it. And it's like in the long term, you make more money that
That makes sense.
Like you might have more money now off the events, and that's how they get us. That's how they get us. It's a trickery game.
Yeah, you take the upfront bag, even though, you know, hey, if you just, this music over 2 or 3 years is going to make you more money than that.
And you know what?
Bag.
It's fucked up because you got to really think about it, right? Why are they offering me this money?
Because they think it's a good business move.
Exactly.
They wouldn't be offering you $1 million advance for an album if they didn't think, oh, we can make 10 off this shit.
And you always got to think about it. If they offering you $1 million, then remember, they're always trying to make a deal, right? They always trying to, like, you know, if you study stocks, you don't buy stocks unless you get them for 20% off.
Right. Yeah, it's like, okay, it's a good day today. Shit went down. Yeah. Trump saying some crazy shit. Let me buy some stocks.
That's how these labels is approaching you. They trying to get you for the low. Yep. So, but they know that you ain't never seen no money like this before. So while they know it's the low, for you is a high. And, you know, we fall into it. It's like, oh, shit, $1 million. I ain't never seen $1 million in my life.
$100K, $30K.
A lot of us is coming from a scarcity mindset, so we think that because $1 million is here today, we need to take it or else we ain't never going to see it again.
Right.
This would be our only chance to be a millionaire. And it's really like...
They use that. They take advantage of you because they know that.
Yeah.
That's
it's
most
like,
people's
if somebody's giving you $1 million, it's because they think they can make 5 off of you. Don't forget that. Yeah. Don't let that go over your head, you know?
You mentioned stocks. I wonder, this is just a random, you know, Nas has been in the news a lot lately, but I just saw something so crazy. He's a part owner of a casino in Queens.
Yeah, shout out to Nas, man. That's really my big bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nas, man. You know
I just wonder, like, what is your entrepreneur, like when you see shit like that, because Nas is, to me, he's my favorite MC ever, the GOAT, but Mass Appeal's crazy, by the way. Shout out to Mass Appeal. Slick Rick album's crazy. But when you see like somebody like Nas doing all this entrepreneurial shit, does that inspire you? Are you doing anything Like, are you? I know you talked about wanting to do a production company, obviously.
Oh yeah, I started my production company for sure. Yeah, man, you know, Nas is very it's very inspiring to see where he's come. And it gives me a lot of hope because I feel very aligned to Nas.
Yes.
As far as an artist and like my career trajectory and all of that. So it gives me hope like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Don't make a lot of noise behind the scenes. Like, you just hear about it. You're like, wait, Nas bought into Ring camera?
Right, you know what I
What?
mean? Right, you know, just making, you know, smart plays behind the scenes. But it's funny because, you know, yesterday I was driving the car with my wife and whole book of OJ came on.
Mm.
And in the verse he was like, you know, I could have bought that house in Dumbo for $2 million. 20 whatever X amount of years later now it's going for 25 million. How I'm feeling, Dumbo.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with my wife like, yo, ain't it crazy that as successful as Jay is, he's still having the same type of sentiments that I'm having?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because for me, just the other day, I was like, damn, I could have bought Bitcoin at 8,000.
Yeah.
And back then, I'm like, that's an expensive stock.
Yeah.
But this shit is worth 100,000 now.
It's funny because when COVID happened, it dipped down to like 5,500.
Bro.
And I remember sitting in a car in East LA, waiting to meet my boy Buys One, looking at it and being like, man, I don't know where the world's finna go.
Right.
Fuck that.
Scarcity mindset,
Oh
man.
my God.
Scarcity mind. When really how we supposed to be looking at it is, how much of a percentage am I getting this stock off?
Right. It's
You know
on
what I
sale.
mean?
Hey.
It's on sale, buddy.
Like, yo, if NVIDIA goes on sale, buy it. You know
buy
what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Buy
bro.
shit. Even if it don't go on sale, buy one at least, because it's looking like it's going up. So
100%.
if you get in now, I think it's at like 140 right now. Shit, who knows where it's going? Like, we think that shit going up.